Welcome to my life. Hey everyone, welcome to my life. I'm going to be waxing my hair here momentarily. Right now I'm waiting for the wax to melt. I have been melting it now for a while. But I am going to be waxing my facial hair. If you were here a couple of weeks ago, about 25 days ago, I waxed my facial hair on live, and this is the growth that I have since my last. Don't pick it, it's going to get waxed. But this is my growth right now. It's the 5 o'clock shadow here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will be waxing my face momentarily. I'm just waiting for my wax to melt in this. The wax is in here. I can show it to you. I did add a new wax to the pot, so it will be purple and black. Purpley black duct tape. People asked me last time I did this why I was waxing my face with duct tape, and I am not using duct tape. I promise it's wax. This is my wax warmer. Don't judge me by how dirty it is. But currently we're just sitting and waiting for the wax to melt. Now this right here, this is my facial hair. I have facial hair because I have PCOS. If anybody's wondering, I am a female with facial hair due to PCOS. And I've had facial hair pretty much my entire life since I hit puberty. And over the years, it has gotten worse. Maybe it's grown in more, thicker. I have definitely learned to care less about it the more that I have it. But pretty much from here right on down, I have facial hair, and this is about 25 days of growth. I waxed my facial hair earlier this month. I did it on live. If you were here for the last one, welcome back. I'm doing the same thing. But this is 25 days of growth for me. So if you want to, I'm going to give you a close-up look. So kind of starts over here, a little bit patchy, but there's some dark ones. There are also some light ones. I don't know if you guys can see the light ones, but I can feel the light ones. A little bit thicker. Definitely have a mustache here. And then over here also pretty patchy. Got some like stray ones. There's always one like way over here. I might have plucked it. That bothers the crap out of me on a regular basis. And then a bulk of my facial hair is kind of concentrated right in this area. And it does go all the way down. It gets like a little bit patchier down here. But this is the main growth of the facial hair. I'm going to wax it all. Wax it all off. I have been watching waxing videos, trying to figure out like what's the best technique. I'm not a professional waxer. I want you to know that. I'm a regular lady standing in her bathroom who bought a wax off of the internet. Yes, I have PCOS. That is where my facial hair comes from, is PCOS. But anyway, I bought my wax melt off of Amazon. I recently went to Walmart and found hard beads, so I'm not using anything special. I'm giving this a try. I wanted to see like, hey, if I went to Walmart and bought some wax, they are beads, hard wax beads. If I bought some wax, how did it do? A lot of times I'll buy wax on the internet. I always like to go into local drugstores, TJ Maxx's, Walmart's, grocery stores, see what they have for hair removal products. And this is what my local Walmart had, so I'm giving it a try today. My wax is currently melting. I haven't quite got it all the way melted yet. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. But I'm going to be waxing my face. If you guys have any questions about facial hair, waxing, being a lady with PCOS, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know. Do you have facial hair? Some women won't admit it. Some women like hide it from the world. I have been that person Right now, I'm not that person. Right now, I'm the person who will share their facial hair on the internet. And I have to say, I've done this for a couple of years in regards to sharing my facial hair journey on the internet. I've done long form videos on other apps, and I was like, hey, let me go live and do this and see how it works. Last time, people really loved it. So I'm hopeful that you guys are going to enjoy it again. See how it goes. See if the videos I've been watching and the techniques I've been learning are helping make it this easier. It's not that hard to do, but the more you do it, the better at it you get, I promise. I waxed for the first time in a very long time 25 days ago. This is 25 days of growth from the last time that I had waxed. Previously, I was somewhat regular in my waxing, probably waxing every 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the growth. And one thing I forgot to mention last time I went live, and I think it's important to note, is since I had just waxed for the first time in a very long time, your hair grows at different rates and patterns. I know I sound like an expert, but I promise I'm not an expert. This is just what people have told me. Your hair grows at different times and speeds, so the more you wax, the more you will get off consistently. So when I waxed last time, I got the hair that was there at that particular moment. So now that I'm doing it again, hopefully I'll get the hair that's here at this particular moment plus anything I missed last time, and so on and so forth. So the more I wax, the more the less often I will have to wax, because the hair will be gone for longer. But this is my wax at the moment. It is waxing. It is melting. I don't know why it's not melting faster. Probably because I keep opening it. But these is the wax that I used last time, which don't ask me what it is. I can't remember. And it's hot, so I need to find a sock or something to pull it out. That didn't make sense. If you were here last time, I did pull this out to show you guys, and I used a sock because that's all I had around me. But it's melting. I did add the orange. The purple, the new wax to this. It still is going to look like duct tape, I'm pretty sure. By the time we're waxing, it will all look like duct tape. But I'm going to just set this down, close the sucker, so it can get melty. It can melt, and I can get to waxing. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm not the best at this whole live thing, so I'm like scrolling back to see if anybody said anything. I do have PCOS. That is why I have facial hair. That is where it came from when I was 14, 16, 18, 20. This was a very big deal to me. This was terrible. I went to doctor after doctor after doctor to see if I could get rid of my facial hair, and I didn't have a lot of money at that point, so I was like, insurance, I had good insurance. I was like, medical insurance should take care of this, but facial hair is sadly cosmetic, so I had to figure it out on my own. I did do electrolysis. Somebody asked me the last time I was on live if I'd ever done electrolysis. I did electrolysis for like 3 years. This is the result of electrolysis. It was not permanent for me. It all grew back. I don't know if it all grew back, but a lot of it grew back. This is kind of what I've looked like for a long time. The hair has just been here at this capacity for a while now. I don't know what that is. That is not wax. That is not hair. That is just my skin. I can't touch the wax. I need to let the wax wax. I need to let the wax melt so that I can start waxing my face. I will not be waxing my face with duct tape. I got asked that last time if I was waxing with duct tape. No, this is wax. I like hard wax, which is face wax that you do not need a strip with. You just apply the wax and then you pull the wax off. It's one product that does it all. I prefer that. I find it less messy. I find wax that requires the strip, so you put the wax on, then you put the strip on, and then you pull it off, is sticky and messy, in my opinion. I get it everywheres. I like this one because everything just hardens, and then I can just, like, if I got it on my shirt, I just pick it off my shirt. If I got it on the counter, I just pick it off the counter. It's kind of like when glue dries. You just, like, pick it off. So I prefer hard wax. The wax that is currently in my wax warmer. Outside of this purple one, which I just bought at Walmart, the darker one, the gray one, I've had for a while. I'm pretty sure I bought it on Walmart. Bought it on Speak Words. I think I bought it off Amazon, but I can't be sure. It's been so long. Probably like 5 years since I purchased it. So it's been a while. It's been a while. I want my wax to start waxing. Ooh, it's definitely getting there. It's definitely better than it was. There's still like a clump of wax. I'm not talking to you. There's still like a clump of wax in the middle of my warmer, but parts of it are starting to get very fluid. And then I'm like, should I test? Should I try this somewheres? I saw a woman who started on a strip right here, and she applied the wax so smooth, and this is very melty, that I wanted to try that. So I'm just going to start here to see how the wax is doing. I don't think that was nearly enough wax, but it's a start. We're starting. I'm going to still at that. I like the kind of like purple shade that has come onto this. I did not apply it as nicely as the woman I watched on TikTok TikTok earlier. Ooh, this is not a good idea. See how it's like, you can see the hair in there? That hair is going to make this hurt a lot more than it needed to. We're off to a great start, guys. I told you I'm not a professional. So if you were expecting professional waxing, you're not going to find it here. Ooh, that hurt. That was painful. Sometimes the little pulls hurt more than it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. I think I need to go from this end. Get out of my hair. That's my real hair. I want that hair. I want the hair in my head. Alright. I got a little bit of a tab. I'm going to try and like pull it fast to get like, just see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Not much happened. I promise. What do you mean what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with me. Not that I know of. What's wrong with you? Miss Daisy? Nothing's wrong with me, I promise. I'm just having a good time on a Friday night. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I got it out of the hair, the initial hair, like the hair on my actual head that I want to keep, that didn't hurt at all. All right. It was a bad start. It was a bad start. Let's pretend I didn't have it. But the wax, I need a new stick. My wax is so far away that you guys can't see me when I have it. Here it is. The wax has for the most part waxed together. Waxed, melted. It has melted. There is like a clump. But I think the clump is fine. So I'm going to get started. We're going to just pretend that didn't happen. Alright. Put this down. Oh, where do I want to start? I have to be like cautious on where I often start. I know that I just kind of like wung it just then, and we saw how that went. But what I like to do is not go here. Here is kind of a last, after I've gotten everything else. So what I think I want to do I start on this side knowing that I just kind of like didn't do very well over here? I think I'm going to start over here. And I'm going to go kind of like here. Try this way. This way I think I'll be more successful than this way. The woman did it great. Me, I did not do that very good. Yes, this is wax. It is 100% wax. Sorry if you thought it was maybe like duct tape, because a lot of people thought it was duct tape last time. Alright, so this is how I typically do my wax. That's not a lot at all. My wax is like a little bit too melted, but also not melted all the way. That's confusing, but it's where we're at. So I'm going to take this wax. I'm going to put it here. Ooh. It is definitely a little bit warmer than I am used to. Kind of trying to avoid this clump of hair when I put it on. But then we wait. Then we wait and see what happens. Yeah, this might like clean your face because it's like tearing your skin, not your skin, tearing your hair out and probably taking some dead skin with it, but definitely not a face cleaner, not a mask. That's what I'm thinking. Like a face mask, like one of those hard face masks that you put all over your face and then kind of like peel off. That is not this. This is wax. This is face wax. I'm waxing my face today. All right, let's, ooh. There is a large clump of wax on my finger. That, get out of here. All right, let's see if this pull is better than my last one. I need a little bit of a lip here. So far, so not good on this waxing adventure. The hair's also a lot longer than typically is when I wax. All right, we count. 1, 2, 3, 4. It didn't come off, and it's all right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's still hair there, but if you look at this, look at all the hairs. I don't know if you can see that. I can see that. The ones that seem to be like a little bit more jelly, I don't know if you guys can see that, but like this one has like jelly kind of around the hair follicle. I've been told that that is because that's maybe like a newer hair, a hair that I haven't pulled out via waxing. The other ones probably I pulled out last time. That's that new growth versus old growth. I'm going to count how many pulls we do at the end. So I am saving these down. And then we got to like peel the wax off of our face. See how we're doing. Honestly, that didn't do very good. I think it's because I pulled around. I feel like I need to go this way. I'm hoping my wax hardens a little bit. Cool it down. All my wax has melted. There is no longer a blob in it. Wax everywhere. I just started and I got wax everywhere. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do right here. I'm gonna try and pull it this way. Oh, why is my wax? Wonder if some of the different feel with this wax today, because I have used this wax before, is because I added new wax to it. I did add this to my pot, this acai berry hard wax that I bought at Walmart. So that could be the culprit on why this feels like it's not working the way that it has in the past. If you guys have any questions for me as I'm waxing, let me know down in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer them, if I know the answer. I'm not very good at like doing the like, some people like are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wax and then make a little thing to make it easy to pull. Me, I'm just gonna like pull my skin off after. All right, there's a little tab. I feel like this needs to harden just a little bit more. I kind of just gotta wait, let it harden on my face. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm currently, anybody who's just coming, I'm waxing my face. I'm a woman, I have PCOS, and this is kind of like a normal occurrence for me. I need to get rid of my facial hair. I have lived with facial hair now for almost 20 years, over 20 years. Wow, that's crazy to think. It's been over 20 years that I've had facial hair, and I am not one to just let it hang out. I do get rid of it. And my current choice of getting rid of it is waxing. So when I wax on my face, I want to pull it up like this. I don't want to pull it out. I'll pull it up. I feel like I need to get like a little bit more of this side off. Come on, work with me. All right. Now, I'm going to do it. I feel like I'm going to get this piece off and then I'll have to go back for that one. But maybe it'll all come off together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it did get hairs off. They're a lot littler than the last ones. Can you see them? I can see them if I look real close. How's this? Ooh. That was attached to a hair. How's it going? The hair is getting there. I'm going to move over to this side. Give that side a break for a minute. So let's see. Where do I want to start? I think I want to do like up on the cheek first. But I feel like I want to come like this way and then pull it this way. We'll see how it works. We'll see if we can make that happen. My wax has been a little bit hot. And not hot that it's burning me hot, but hot that it's just, I feel like I needed a little bit more tacky to make it easier to put on, if that makes sense. That one felt good. The wax is waxing. We're working together. We're partners, not enemies right now, which is nice. So if you're new here, I have facial hair kind of from my lip. If you can see this, from my lip, all on my cheeks. It's a little patchy on my cheeks, much patchier than this. This is where a bulk of my hair is, kind of on my chin area. Kind of right down through here is where most of the hair is. But I still get some stragglers here on my cheeks that we need to get rid of. All right, here we go. 1. Not ready to start counting. That was a premature count. So for me, I put the wax on, let it harden a little bit, and then I prepare myself. This hurts sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't hurt, but sometimes it hurts. So I gotta prepare myself for the pull. And I count, and I try to like surprise myself with the pull. So I don't always pull on 3. I make it up as I go. 1, 2, 3. Well, that time I did do it on 3. And that was a good pull. That was a good pull. Look at the hairs. I don't know if you guys can see the hairs, but all those little white things sticking up there, those are hairs. That was a good pull. That one felt good. I feel like I've had some not so great first strips here, so I was worried it wasn't gonna work. But it's working. It's working. Success. Ooh, that piece right there is attached to a hair. And we pulled it out. I'm just going back, seeing what we got for comments. Counting that. That was my third pull. That was my third one and the best one yet. I think I've gotten my wax a little bit more at a usable temperature. How do I want to do next? Should I do this? This is like a new part that I haven't waxed. I've done a couple on this side, a couple on this side. Let's try one swoop down to on my neck here. So right here. Wax is waxing. Put it on. Ooh, don't get in my hair. I like the hair on my head. Don't like the hair on my face. So apply. If you're just joining the live, I applied wax. Yes, it looks like duct tape, but it is actually facial hair wax, or just maybe general wax. You can use it anywhere on your body. Me, I use it on my face. So you just let it sit there. This is hard wax, so it is melted. I apply it to my skin and I let it harden. And as it hardens, it's grabbing onto those little hairs I don't like, and I'm going to pull them out of my face. That's what the goal is here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, be nice. And if you're not nice, see you later. I think this just needs to dry. Needs to dry? Yeah, needs to harden a little bit. I've got a nice little lip though, so makes pulling it much better. If you have never waxed before, give it a try. I'm not a professional. Trust me. If you've been here for a moment, you probably can tell I'm not a professional. I'm just a girl in her bathroom who is waxing her face with the kit she bought on Amazon. And all of the stuff and the tips and the tricks that I'm telling you are things that I've learned from other videos that I've watched, or things that I've picked up as I've been waxing over the years. I just got back into waxing. This is my second time waxing in like 5 years, but about 5 years ago, I was waxing every time I was getting rid of my facial hair. And now I'm like, oh, let's bring it back. Let's bring the wax back. All right. And this is one of those tips. Make sure when you're pulling it kind of like up along your face, not out. Up along your face, not out. All right. So for me, I sometimes know it's gonna hurt, so we count, and then we surprise ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I got some hairs on that one. Ooh, those are like those like sporadic-y ones that I have. You can see a couple sticking out there. Ooh, these are some newer ones, I'm pretty sure. The ones that look like they're a little thicker, I call it, they're covered in jelly. Those are the ones that I'm like, that sucker was in there and I got it out. Not bad. I might have to come back and do another little spot. Like, is this a patch of hair? We'll decide later. But so far, this side is looking rather nice. Should I go down onto my neck? I feel like I want to do like right here. This side is finally working with me. The wax is waxing with me. I started off this live with the wax a little bit too hot because I was like trying to melt it down. But I feel like it's now at this like nice consistency, easier for me to work with. Wax is waxing. All right, let me just let it harden. If you have any questions, let me know. Comments, let me know. Ooh. Oh, typically when you pull the bulb out. So thank you, Jessica. So the jelly stuff, she's calling a bulb. And the hair doesn't grow back. I feel like it does grow back, but that's when it may like take a little bit longer because that sucker was in there and you just pulled out a lot of it. Maybe it doesn't grow back, but I feel like I've seen a lot of the bulbs in my lifetime and I still have a lot of hair. Kelly, I've definitely been a plucker before where I just plucked the hair. Every once in a while when I'm in a mood, I might just like get in a mirror, but I always feel like I'm in like these weird positions to try and get them all and I miss them and it just takes so long. This, I feel like I can get 15 hairs in one pull where it could take me an hour. But I've definitely been a plucker before. I've tried a lot of things to get rid of my facial hair. Waxing has definitely been the one thing that I can do and I can do and my hair is gone for at least a week. Then it starts growing back and it grows back. I don't know if it grows back slower or just a week in itself is a very long time not to have facial hair. When I pluck, I feel like some of the hairs are back tomorrow. When I do little finishing touch flawless razors, the hair is back the next day. So waxing for me just gets the hair gone so fast. But in terms of the different things that I've tried over the years, waxing, electrolysis, plucking, little bit razor things, what are they called? Finishing touch flawlesses. They used to have like pen ones when I was a kid that I've tried. I've buffed my hair off before. I've also tried the like springs where I feel like I have it somewhere. If I looked hard enough in this bathroom, I would probably find it. Let me see. I bet it's in here. I'm just going to look in one drawer because I feel like I just saw it. But I was also just going through many things in my house. Yeah, didn't find it. But it's looks like a spring. It's a U. And you like roll it on up and down your hair and it pulls all the hairs out. Similar to plucking, but it's getting many out at the same time. I've done that before. Waxing has definitely, once I did it for the first time, I couldn't stop. And then I did stop, obviously. The finishing touch flawless is what I have been using. All right, let's, 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't, there's some of those bulbs, but it didn't get out a lot of hairs. It was kind of like a sporadic place for me to have hairs, but not a bad pull. Not a bad pull. When I feel a place after I wax, I'm like, oh, pretty good wax there, because the hair's gone. Nettie, I do try and surprise myself. Sometimes I have to count to 10, especially on places like when I'm pulling to try and get to a lip in order to like do the big pull. Sometimes you can feel when it's gonna hurt. You're like, ooh, I got to a hair that's gonna hurt. Those are the ones that sometimes I might count to 10 or further. But yeah, usually it's a 3 or a 4, and I've been able to pull. I think I'm gonna move to this side. I did wax up here already. That was like one of my first strips, but I have to do down here. Maybe here. All right, wax on the popsicle stick. Wax on the face. And then we wait. We wait and we pull all the little waxy things off. This is part of the reason why I like hard wax is these things seem messy, but they're just hard. They're just dried wax that I can just like throw in the trash. They're not sticky. I've definitely done sticky facial hair. Lexi, have you ever waxed yourself or have you gone to somebody to get it waxed? Because waxing pain for me is just, it's instant and it's fast. I feel like there are other things that I've done to get rid of facial hair, like plucking, where sometimes, I don't know, it seems like the pain lingers longer than this. This is just one pull. I mean, I will probably tear up and cry a little bit when we get to like this. This is the most painful part of my waxing experience. But all right, here Let's see, this one. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna get it all off. I want to pull that. 1, 2, 3. Not a lot of hairs, but I can definitely feel them. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, and I left it like a strip. I told you I wasn't gonna get the whole thing. This is also attached to like some more hair. Like, I don't know, sometimes the solo hairs are way harder to, way more painful. Get out of there. So this is feeling mediocre. I feel like I might need to again. But I feel like I want to do here. Like, can I get that patch of hair to not be there anymore? Which way is it growing? We'll try. We'll try. The worst that happens is nothing. The best that happens is the hair is gone. Now, I mean, did you guys, I mean, if you were here just a minute ago, that patch is about this little and it's like up here. But we're doing a strip. We're just doing it. We're just making it happen. Sarah, I did electrolysis. I did electrolysis for like 2 to 3 years between like 16 and 18 years old. And all the hair is still there in my opinion. I don't feel like it got the hair to go away. I mean, if it works for you, perfect. I think it also depends on the type of hair growth that you have. I have hormonal hair growth. Anybody who maybe just hopped into the live, I have facial hair because I have PCOS. So this is caused by hormones. It's not really caused by like my family background and those types of things. This is hormonal, so I don't know if that makes a less, I don't know if that makes a less, I don't know if that makes electrolysis less permanent or less successful, but my hair is still here after electrolysis. I might try it again someday, but it's pretty expensive, and for me, it didn't work. I was going back for 60-minute sessions a couple times a month, and this is the hair. I still have hair. Lexi, I do think when I've got my face waxed one time by a professional, and it was much faster, and I think did hurt less, because for me it's, for us, for people, it's like, you know it's coming, you know you're doing it to yourself, which is part of the reason why I count and like try and surprise myself, because I think it just makes it hurt less, or I don't know. We're gonna try this. Did I get it? Ooh, I did. I think. There's some remnant hair. But the patch I was going for is no longer there. It's on here with a whole bunch of other little hairs. You can see the, thank you whoever said, the bulbs of the hair there on some of them. On a lot of them. The hair's gone. That hair is gone. I was like, that might be attached to a hair. I still feel some stragglers along this section here. I don't know how to get them to go away, but I'm just gonna let that side of my face like rest for a minute and take on something else. I don't know if I'm quite ready to do like this yet, but maybe if I go, oh, there's one, is that hair? No, that is not a hair. I think I might try and do right here. right here. Like this part of my face is hard for me to wax because as you put wax on it and it gets stuck to hairs that you maybe don't want it to get stuck to yet, I feel like it hurts more. So I'm like, where do I want to put the strip next? And I'm thinking here. I don't know if I want to do this yet. Maybe I should just go all in and just like do it all. Should I? We're gonna do that. Just bite the bullet. I'm gonna get to it at some point. Why not get to it now? Why not get to the big amounts of hair? This is the section that has the most all the time. And I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. We can do it. I can do it. I got this. I can do this. I'm a runner and I say that to myself a lot. I got this. I can do this. I got this. I can do this. All right. I got this. I can do this. I may have just girl bossed too close to the sun though. That is, it's a piece of wax. That's hardening. How much do you think it's gonna hurt? I do need to wax it. This is hormonal facial hair. It is caused by PCOS. It's caused by my hormones going, we just don't know. We're just gonna give you a little bit of everything. Testosterone, yes. Estrogen, yes. All the ones you need, yes. All the ones you don't need, also yes. That's a very, very simplified way to look at PCOS. I gotta let this harden a little bit. But if you're just joining the live, I'm currently waxing my face, if you didn't know. This is what my face used to look like from here down. I have so far waxed over here. Ooh, look at how pretty. And I've currently waxed over here to here. Ooh, we still need to do some cleanup over here. When I just ran my hand over it, I could feel the hairs. You might not be able to see the hairs, but I can definitely feel those little suckers. Those would be the ones that if I don't get them to go away tomorrow, I'll be like, why are they there? So, ooh, I'm already hitting hairs. So, got my flap. Got my flap. You need a flap in order to pull. When you pull to wax, you want to pull kind of like along the wax strip, not out, along. So, Andrea, well, I'm happy you're in Vermont. Yes, Vermont is amazing. I am in Vermont, northern Vermont. I am eating whatever the frick I want. I love processed food. I am working with a dietitian to figure it all out, but I would say eating processed food is not what gave me facial hair. It might help me balance my hormones, but I also like food. Your girl likes food. I'm trying to lose weight. I see a dietitian. I run a lot. I work out a lot. Nice. You're in Williston. I am in northern Vermont. Just north of Swanton. Just north of St. Albans. I'm in Swanton. So just north of Williston. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Oh, you can see the hairs that it got, but it hit a rough patch. Nice. St. Albans Bay is definitely nice. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it is a endocrine disorder that happens in women who have ovaries. Oh, but look at the patch of hairs I got going. So yeah, polycystic, I was just like impressed with that one. So polycystic ovarian syndrome is PCOS. It's an endocrine disorder. You can go do your own research on it, but it causes women to have facial hair because their hormones are going all different ways. It causes them to have this type of belly. I'm not pregnant. I was pregnant over a year ago. But it has women hold their weight here. It makes it hard to get pregnant sometimes. It makes your periods really wonky. It's a little bit of just wreaks havoc on the inside. Does other things to it probably, but let's see. I see some questions happening here. What kind of wax do I use? I use hard wax. This wax that I'm using is nothing particularly special. I purchased it on Amazon a while ago. I'd have to like pull it out of the waxer, which would mean I'd probably burn my hands to like get the exact type. But I did go to Walmart today and get these hard wax beads to mix into it, which is just all hair types and skin types, gentle on the skin, nothing special. I prefer the hard waxes, which are waxes that you put on and then pull off. I'm not really a fan of soft wax, the wax that you put on and then you put the strip on and then you tear that off. That type of wax for me is sticky and messy, and it's not my favorite. I have used it before, but I don't really like it. I definitely prefer hard waxes. It's also easier for me to like clean up and stuff. Like if I get it on my sink, I can pick it off my sink. If I get it on my shirt, I can pick it off my shirt. So I prefer hard waxes, but I'm not using anything like particularly special in regards to the waxes that I'm using. That one was a rough one, but it got a bunch of the hairs. You can see the little like blood speckles there. Wouldn't say it particularly hurts. I mean, it does hurt. The blood doesn't mean anything, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Those were just like hair follicles that I just like ripped out of my face. So sometimes they bleed. How often do I wax? This time I waxed 25 days ago. So this is 25 days of growth right now. I would say when I waxed 25 days ago, 7 days. I had 7 days of a clean face where I didn't feel like I had facial hair. Around day 7 is when I was like, oh, I can start feeling them. I really couldn't see them, but it was definitely like, oh, the hair is growing back. And it was about 2 weeks where I was like, I should probably do something about this. Like I started thinking about waxing at that 2-week mark, and I let it go another week because I am who I am and I didn't really care. But if I waxed regularly, I could probably go up to 5 weeks, because I feel like the more that you wax, the more slowly the hair grows back. And I think that has to do with growth patterns and all of that stuff. But I have gone weeks and weeks and weeks when I was waxing regularly without feeling like somebody could like see my facial hair. I also think that I'm the type that doesn't maybe care as much as some people about facial hair and waxing and people seeing it. So in terms of my wax that I'm currently using, I have this lovely Max Welter wax melter that I got off of Amazon. It just warms the wax up. It does come with like a little pot, which I lost the pot. But I have a wax in here right now that came with its own pot. But that's how I melt this. This wax here that I just picked up at Walmart is actually microwave safe. I don't think this particular container is microwave safe, but the wax can be melted in the microwave. So you would just put it into a microwave safe bowl and wax it that way. Wax it that way? Melt it that way. I definitely want to try sugar wax. It's a wax that I have never tried before. So it is one of those ones where I'm like, I need to get sugar wax. I feel like I often get Instagram and TikTok ads about it. I know that we were in Walmart picking up this wax, and my 9-year-old was like, Mom, you gotta get this one. And they had a roll-on sugar wax. So I don't know if making it myself is a better option than like buying it, but it is a wax that I want to try. I feel like the wax itself has no effect on pain no matter what you're ripping hair out in bulk. True, you are ripping hair out in bulk. And I'm going to figure out what, like there's hair here. Should I go for a small patch or a big one? Because I feel like I'm almost done with this side of my face. I want to just finish it up. What direction is that hair growing in? I think it needs to go this way. We're going to try it. See how it works out. This is probably way more wax than is necessary for this little patch of hair. Put the wax on and then you let it harden. Sugar wax, you go with the hair growth. Sometimes I'm often like, which way does the hair grow? And I think it's because on my face, I have a harder time. Like, I know which way the hair grows in my legs, but on my face, I feel like this patch of hair goes this way, and this patch of hair goes this way, and this one goes this way. So sometimes I'm like, all right, I gotta really think about that. Like, what way does the hair grow, and how do I correctly pull the hair off? Oh, there's some hairs down here that this got stuck to, because right now it's pulling on like a hair down here. So I'm just gonna let it sit. I'm not ready for that pain yet. Fix your cortisol levels. Girl, I did. Shockingly, I did. But a little bit of backstory. Outside of PCOS, I am a runner, and I run to hopefully lose weight and to just have a happier, healthier mindset and lifestyle. And back in 2020 to 23, I was running long endurance and distance running. So I was doing marathons and half marathons. That's a lie. Half marathons and 10Ks. I did train for one marathon, and in the course of training for the marathon, I threw my cortisol levels out of whack. Stress, life, so many things were happening. So I quit running shortly after I quit my marathon, and through that kind of like fixing of my cortisol at that point, I would say I did not lose any weight. I did, however, get pregnant. So something happened. So fixing my cortisol levels, at least for me, did not make my weight change, except for it did get probably my hormones to work well because I had a baby. And that was after 8 years of trying to have a baby and not having even one single pregnancy scare or pregnancy thought. And then one day I was like, I think I'm dying. Took a pregnancy test. Lo and behold, pregnant. She's now 15 months old, so it's been a while. If you powder your face first with coarse, it hurts less. I definitely did not put anything on my face before I started this. I just said, look, let's do this. And here we are doing it. All right, I need to pull this off here. I feel like it's going to come off in two parts. Like, I feel like we're going to get to here, and then we're going to have to do this. Because I get some hairs down here. Oh, no, it just all came out. That was a lie. The top did not hurt at all. And the bit that we were trying to get to go away went away. I don't know where that stinging hair was down here, but there was one solo hair down here that was holding on to it. Now, in regards to where I'm at with waxing at this exact moment, I'd say this side of my face is done. We might come back and feel again after, but I would say soft as a baby's bottom, feels good. Now we have this, and we have this, and we might have some stuff down here. But I think we're just gonna bite the bullet and do like the big one right here. All right, you see the hair? This one's gonna hurt. Nice, Danielle. I'm happy that a low carb lifestyle worked for you. I have never committed to going low carb. I am committed to eating a healthy, well-balanced diet right now, which I'm not always the best at eating like 3 meals a day. I like snacks. I like cheese sticks. I like crackers. So I'm working with a dietitian on building healthy, well-balanced meals that do include carbs. We'll work on things like portions and how to eat throughout the day and those types of things, but I could never go low carb. I like cake and bread. So right now I'm just waiting for this to set, and then we're gonna pull it off. Get a tab here. I feel like since it's a little bit of a thicker, I can feel it pulling one right here. Oh. I need to like zen myself out because I'm pretty sure this one will hurt. This one has hairs down here, has that big clump right here that I'm just kind of like, we need it to harden a little bit more. Get connected to those hairs. I want to do one pull and have it all come off. Can I do it? We'll find out. Oh, it's already hurting. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! I was not expecting that to come off in one pull. But look at all of the hair. My husband is here. What do you want? Are you coming in? Yeah, you want to see the hairs I just pulled off my face? He's like, why aren't you in bed yet? That was a good one. Ooh, that did not hurt as much as I thought it was going to. Sometimes I make it worse than I thought it was gonna be. I am using hard wax to do this. Can I lift this up? It's gonna burn me. I can't lift it up right now, but I'm using hard wax. This is not duct tape. A lot of people the last time I did a live thought I was using duct tape. It's not duct tape. I'm impressed that just came off in one fell swoop. I think we really have this like one strip here left. And then we get to like the really painful stuff. This is the most painful for me. I have never tried sugaring. It is something that I'm interested in trying. It's the one thing I think I've never used to get rid of my facial hair is sugaring. I've heard about it, but I've never done it. All right, here we go. Whoa. Although the last one felt good, I gotta remember this one might not feel good. We gotta let it dry. Gotta let it harden. I've never shaved my face. I just don't think I could commit to shaving my face. I grew up in the age of shaving your face is bad. Shaving your face will make the hair do certain things. Shaving blah, all these like things that I don't think are actually true, but I can't get it out of my head. I can't do it. I can't shave my face. Does anybody know why sugaring is less painful? Because Peacekeeper, you said that it's much better and less painful. I don't know why that is, but I'm interested in learning more. You guys talking about waxing? You like wax every other week? Or not wax, shave? Are you talking about shaving? It doesn't grow back more, I think, at all. I know that it's true that those things don't happen, but I just can't get myself to do it. I think I have my millennial 16-year-old self just saying, I can't do it. It'll grow back thicker. It'll be terrible. I will hate every minute of it. I mean, I don't hate my facial hair now, so maybe that'll be my next video. We're shaving my face. Oh. I didn't do a very good lip on this one. Ooh, okay. There we go. There's the lip. The lip is like the part that you're going to pull from. How do I get back? Oh, there it goes. Waiting on Jesus. PCOS women here. Yes. That's where we get this lovely amount of facial hair. I know that there are women who do not have PCOS and still have facial hair. And you're our comrades. You have to shave every other day. I just don't think I could do that. I also feel like I'm at a point in my life where my facial hair is not as important to me anymore. So sometimes I'll go days and weeks, and like today I went to my kid's school with the facial hair on my face that I had. I went out in public, went to the gym. I filmed, like, I just like go about my life. It's just not, 16-year-old me would never have ever done any of that. But me, I'll do it. I definitely love the Flawless. I love the Finishing Touch Flawless. I love the upgrade that they made to the Finishing Touch Flawless. That is my go-to product to use. If you don't know what it is, go to Walmart, go to Amazon, look up Finishing Touch Flawless. It's a little razor, probably looks a little bit bigger than, what am I thinking? Like Mace, a little bit bigger than Mace. It's a little bit bigger than a lipstick. But you pop off the top, you push a button, and then it's like a little handheld razor. I have used that. I love that. I would definitely suggest using that if you didn't want to wax, if you didn't want to shave, if you didn't want to pluck. I would say it doesn't make the hair go away for long because it is just like a surface type of thing, but it's my favorite. All right, let's do this one. There's a big clump right here that I'm pretty sure it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt at all. It's going to feel fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's some hairs there. There is some hairs there. I feel like I often have done those sections in those areas, like this area, a little bit smaller sections, but those big sections worked great today. I think it was waiting for the wax to harden more that really did it. I'm gonna get this wax off of me. This is like a chia pet. I definitely have a couple finishing touch flawlesses. I think I have 2 in my car right now, just in case one of the batteries dies. I'm just trying to get this little bit. When I have wax that is still on my skin, I feel like the next strip, if it goes near it, doesn't work as well. All right, let's see where we're at here with the face. What needs to be waxed still? This side feels pretty good. I still need to do my lip, but we're slightly avoiding the lip at the moment. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can feel hair right here that I want to get rid of. Right here. I feel like I got a couple pulls left before I get to the lips. I would say the lip area is the most sensitive area for me to wax. Yes, this is hard because there's so much hair here typically, and that makes waxing, I think, more painful just because you're pulling out way more hair. But the lip is just so sensitive to me. I think I'm going to put a little bit here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can definitely see it. There's just some straggly hairs here. And then here I can feel hair. So those are the two. I'm going to do two spots at once and let them dry. Let them harden together. All right. I don't know which way the hair right here is growing. I'm going to try and do it this way. Let me just put some random wax all over the place. am thinking I might try laser one day as well. I've never tried laser, partly because when I was presented with laser hair removal probably 20 years ago, which I think the science and the technology has gotten way better. My hair was mostly fine white hair, light skin, light colored hair. And back in the day, and I don't know if this is true now, laser really worked well with dark hair. So the darker the hair, the better to get it to go away. So the woman who was having a consultation with me did not feel like laser was going to be the best option. So we went with electrolysis at that point. So I'm definitely open to laser, but I'm just not sure when and if the technology is better than it used to. Nice. I'll have to look into that. Sugaring laser. I gotta remind me of these things. Go send me a message. Tell me to look up laser and sugaring. Somebody, please. All right. I'm hoping that these are my last two big pulls before I get to my lip, which I have been avoiding because it's the most painful part. My lip is the one part of hair, the one hairy location that has actually been bothering me over like the last week or so. Because if you were here a little while ago, I said I waxed about 25 days ago. The first week, no hair. Week 2, hair started growing back, and I was like, I should probably wax this. Week 3, which was like the last week, the hair, my mustache hair has started to like curl into my lip. I can feel it with my tongue. That drives me freaking crazy. I did laser with dark hair and it didn't work. I'm worried about that as well. Like, I'm worried that laser just won't work. I feel like I need to do research on laser. Like, does it work on hormonal hair loss? Does it work on hair that is thick and dark as well as fine hair? What are the results? How many sessions do I have to do laser? Because I do not want to invest in something that's just not going to work. Because I feel like laser is expensive. It used to be, at least. All right, can I get this? All right. Ooh, that definitely got it. Is that a hair right there that I need to get rid of? What's that sucker doing? Stinker. Can you see him? Oh, there you go. So I definitely got the hairs that I wanted to get there. There's still another one hanging out. Sometimes they're just like little trees that don't want to be pulled. Chopped. I feel like I need to pull this one this way to go in the right direction to get it gone. There was like 5 hairs on that. One there, one here. Ooh, there's still a strip. Little baby strip. That did not get any hairs. I don't feel like that got what I wanted it to get. That one's going. We're getting rid of this one. Am I just crazy? Are there like literally no hairs there? Oh. We might have to come back to this over here. Because I feel them, but I don't really see them. Alright, I just need a little bit for this guy right here. Where did he come from? I don't freaking know, but he's going away. I need some wax. That isn't hard. Last time I pulled sideways. This time I'm going to pull up. See if it works. I have a goatee. And then we're going to do the freaking lips. We're going to do the lips. The hard part. Waxing your face every month can damage your skin. But it helps my self-esteem. So, there's a trade-off. I also think I go in spurts with waxing. So I've waxed the last month, I've waxed this month, I'll probably wax next month. But there are other times where for the last 4 years I used a little razor to get it to go gone. To get it to go gone. To get rid of my facial hair. I need to look in the mirror. I'm trying to tell if it's wax or hair. Because I think I need to do one more down here as well. Bye! He's on here. He's gone. I think I'm crazy. I don't think there's actually any hair there. But where there is hair is down here. So let's just... put it there. I'm literally avoiding my lip, if you're not aware. The lip hurts so bad. I need to go 2 swipes and then we're done. 2 swipes and we're done. 2 swipes and we're done. The wax I am using, I've been asked 3 times. Now let's see. The wax I'm using, the dark wax, the gray wax, is called Barbero Steel hard wax. And then I did add in some of this Slick hard wax beads. This I picked up at Walmart today. I went to the store. I found it. I bought it. It came in this. You could also get it in like a kit that came with a cup and a stick and all those things. So I added this into the Barbero steel wax. The steel wax I bought on Amazon quite a while ago. So it'd be interesting to see if you went on Amazon if they still had it. But I'm using hard wax. I prefer hard wax over soft wax. Soft wax is the one that you put on and then you put the strip over it. I just find that so messy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. The flap is bigger. 1, 2. I got like 1 hair. 1 singular hair. You see him? Right here. Alright, I've put it off. I've put it off long enough. I'm going to do the lip. My goal is to do 2 swipes. Sometimes I miss this part, so I'm going to try and make sure I get like as much of it as possible. This is the most painful part of the whole waxing experience for me, is the lip. But we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. And I got this. I can do this. I got this. I can do this. I got this. That's my mantra. I say it to myself while I run. I do hard things. I just go, I can do this. I got this. I can do this. I got this. Don't worry. We will get through it together. 1 foot in front of the other. I mean, that makes a lot more sense when you're running. But 1 strip at a time. I'm going to count how many strips I've done to wax my entire face because I have put them here next to me. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 pulls to get it gone, to make it go away. Why so many? Because I just waxed my entire face. I waxed from here all the way down. And there are some areas of my face that I do little strips. There are some areas of my face that I do larger strips. And then when I like go back and I feel and I'm like, what is that hair doing there? I'll like go do another strip. So 16 total to do my face. I'm just currently waiting for this wax to harden a little bit more in order to get me a really good pull. I don't want to have to do my lip more than twice. I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to do this side, and whatever's left is staying. I'll probably do it again. How often do I do this? It really depends on how fast the hair grows. I waxed for the first time in about 5 years, 25 days ago. So this is my second wax in 25 days. I probably could have waxed after about 14 days, but me being me, I just didn't care. I just didn't have the time. I didn't want to do it. So I didn't do it. But here I am today doing it. You do have to be brave. You do kind of just have to like bite the bullet and do it. And then when you do it, just keep going. Because sometimes you may be like, that hurt so bad. And some pulls are going to hurt. And some pulls are not going to hurt. I think you just kind of got to do it. Your first time, you're going to be a mess. You're not going to have the coordination or it's going to feel weird. But do it more than once. The first time is not going to be the best time. I also say try different waxes. You could try one wax and absolutely hate the wax and think waxing isn't for you. Try a different wax. Maybe you like soft waxes. Maybe you like hard waxes. Maybe the hard wax that you bought was not the best hard wax. Go try a different hard wax. Try different things. Don't just give it one try and say, I'm done. I'm never going to do it again. Try it a couple times. Your hair grows back. You have more hair, so just do it. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That hurt. That hurt. This is not a hair. That's a liar. There are some hairs on there. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, they're there. Is that a hair? What are you doing there? Jerk. You're not going to be there for long. The lip hurt, but we're going to do it again. On the other side. This side, look at that sucker. We're going to have him going. So here, we're going to try and get it all. One felt swoop. Ah! It wasn't pretty, but the hope is that I could do one pull and get it all. I don't think that one's gonna feel good on my lip. There was one little hair over here who was driving me crazy. Now we play the fun game. Is it hair or is it wax? Is it hair or is it wax? Is it hair or is it wax? All right, I'm gonna pull this one. There was one solo hair here that is gone. There were a few. Oh, there he is. There's a few, but then there's like one. Can you see it? One long dark hair right here. Oh. Hopefully this is my last one. But we'll do a check. We'll check the face. Is the hair gone? Is it still there? Is it gone? Is it still there? This one's gonna hurt. If I cry, I'm crying. Because it's gonna hurt. Just, I've never shaved my face. Never have. Probably never will. I come from a generation where we have been lied to about how hair grows after you shave, and I can't get it out of my face, out of my mind, so I can't shave. So I've never shaved. I'm not gonna shave. I love that it works for you. I shave my face every single day. I could never do that. I don't shave my legs every day. I don't even shave my armpits. I hate shaving. So I'm not gonna do it. I could not keep up with it. And Kathy, I am using 2 different types of waxes. This is Barbero Steel hard wax, and I mixed it with this Slick hard wax beads, which I picked up at Walmart. So kind of like a mix. I do not actually wax my armpits. That would be an adventure. I'm not going to wax my armpits today. I just don't get rid of the hair. Every once in a while I'll shave. But I'm not high maintenance. This might make me seem like I'm high maintenance, but I just can't be bothered. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a tear in my eye. Whew. Why does it hurt so bad? Oh. This is the part that hurts the worst. Like right here. And I feel like there's still some right here that I'm going to try and get rid of. But at least I don't have to do here again. I did the back part. In my opinion, the little like handheld razors are not the same as using like a blade razor. I don't know why. There's no probably actually, it's not actually true. They're probably both razors, but using a blade razor, I couldn't do that on my face. I feel like the little finishing touch, Flawless, is the one that I often use. Is like a handheld hair remover. I don't know really. It makes sense in my head. That's all that matters. What powder am I supposed to use? Like cornstarch? I will moisturize. I'll rub moisturizer on my face when I'm done. Is it wax or is it hair? That is wax. Is it wax or is it hair? Yeah, I'll be interested. I will do some research on like the powder that I'm supposed to use or could use. I'm not an esthetician. Can't even say it. I'm not a professional at all, so I'm just winging it. I'm just lady in her bathroom. So I'll have to do some research. See what I could use. Pros and cons of it. This is hard wax. I'm using hard wax, not soft wax, which is the wax that you would put on with a strip. This wax that I picked up at Walmart is Slick Hard Wax Beads, and I mixed that into the one that's in my waxer, which is Barbero Steel Wax, which I got off of Amazon. Got rid of those suckers. Now I like have to get my hands unwaxed and feel around. I feel like this is going to be my problem area after this wax. Like, I'm going to have hair right there tomorrow. But if you were here like 25 minutes ago, I put wax on there like 4 times to try and get what I could feel off, and nothing was coming off. There was no hair to be found. I think it's good. Is it good? You guys see anything? That's a skin tag. That's not going to come off from waxing. Yeah, PCOS is like crazy. I remember when I first found out I had facial hair, my dad was like, "What is that? You need to get rid of it. You shouldn't have that." Which, terrible things to say. But it was like one solo hair. And over the last 22 years of having PCOS, it has now like turned into a full-on beard. Like if I let it grow, like I could have a goatee. This would be the good part. The rest of it would be a little straggly, but this would be the good part. Yeah, PCOS is not fun. PCOS is rough. I feel like I'm at a point with my PCOS that I'm kind of like better with it, and maybe that's because I've had my kids. I'm married, like I'm not a teen, I'm not looking for a man. Like, this could be terrible maybe if I was out like trying to look for a man, but I'm married. He doesn't care. He's come in earlier. I showed him the wax strip earlier, and I was like, look at this. But yeah, PCOS is not fun. It's not fun when you're young. It'll be interesting to see what PCOS does to me as I grow older and into like the next part of my life. Gina, PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is an endocrine disorder that happens to women with ovaries. It's really like depends. I think for me it's hormonal, so my hormones are a little out of whack. I don't have a period. I had a hard time having a baby. I grow facial hair, and I have this lovely belly that is like the result of probably like insulin resistance, PCOS. And I have a hard time losing weight. I can gain weight like a champ. You need me to put on 5 pounds? I can do that overnight. A hysterectomy, at least, sorry, my lips are super dry. A hysterectomy, from my understanding, would not make PCOS necessarily go away. It might make some of the symptoms go away, might make some of the symptoms better, but it doesn't make everything go away. For example, I have facial hair. I'll probably always have facial hair, even if I was to have, let's say, a hysterectomy. But I'm not going to have a hysterectomy, at least for me in my situation, what I've been through. That would not be a choice I would be able to make. But I'm on a lot of Facebook groups online that hysterectomy has been the thing that people have done. But not for me. Not for me. Even if I was done having babies, I couldn't do it. Berberine helped me so much. I have heard of that. I tried I can't even think about it. Like, it's another supplement. Like, I've been on metformin, which is a medicine that some people take for PCOS, and my quality of life drastically decreased on it because It made me so sick, so sick. So I stopped taking that, and I started taking a supplement that a lot of people with PCOS, I can't think of the name of it right now, that a lot of women with PCOS take, and it has similar results as a metformin, which is a prescription. I didn't see much difference with that supplement, but berberine I have never tried, but I have seen that people have had success with it. I should look into it. I'm at the point sometimes right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lose weight. So that is where my PCOS is like really driving me freaking bonkers. Is I run a lot. Sometimes I don't run a lot, but I would say I run 3 to 10 miles a week, and I go lift weights 3 times a week, and I try and get in 10,000 steps a day, which is usually unsuccessful, but I try and walk a lot. And I've been this weight for over a year. I've looked like this for over a year. So that's where PCOS right now is driving me bonkers, is it affects your hormones in such a way that losing weight becomes really hard. And for me, I've noticed that I can sometimes lose weight, but the moment I go off track, so if I'm eating good, well-balanced diet, and one day I'm like, I'm gonna have an Oreo, one single Oreo, the next day I've gained 5 pounds. So I don't really know. I'm hopeful that I can get that under control. Can you not do a GLP-1? I'm interested in doing a GLP-1. I am still breastfeeding. So I need to stop breastfeeding. And I see a new primary care doctor in a couple of months. And one of my goals of seeing a new primary care doctor is to talk to them about getting on GLP-1 to see if that's the missing link for me and if it would kickstart some of my weight loss. But I have to kind of give up breastfeeding to make that happen, and I'm getting there. I might get there by March, but there's not a lot of research right now on breastfeeding and GLP-1, so that is why at this point I am not on a GLP-1. But I see a dietitian. Used to be weekly, but due to our schedules has kind of been like 2 to 3 times a month, and I've been seeing her since 2018 actually, and she has worked really hard with me to like get on a healthy lifestyle, food wise as well as exercise wise. And probably within the last 6 months to a year, she has also been interested in being like, maybe this is like that missing piece. Like maybe this is the thing that will kickstart some of the weight loss for me. I lost, I don't know, like 30 pounds right before I got pregnant. And now I'm heavier than I was at my heaviest pre that weight loss. So we're working on it. I did the carnivore. I'm not willing to restrict food groups. So carnivore diets, low carb diets, those types of things may work very, very well for some people, but I can't get on that boat. I just can't do it right now. And part of the reason I am not willing to restrict food is I don't always have a healthy relationship. I have not always had a healthy relationship with food. So I feel like cutting off certain food groups would possibly lead me down tracks of unhealthy or not the best lifestyle thoughts around food. So I'm trying to just like get it all figured out before I like am like, let's just cut out this whole food group and see how it goes. So right now the goal is a healthy, well-balanced diet, regular exercise. As I'm figuring out the healthy, well-balanced diet, come into portion control, tracking food, those types of things. That portion control and the calories and tracking are some of those things that I need to work on going forward. Right now, let's build a lunch. Let's have lunch. Let's have breakfast. Let's have dinner. Let's start at the basics. And I've been chatting with her for a very long time, and sometimes I do really, really good, and sometimes I fall off the wagon. yeah, I just cutting all carbs out. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I know that it works for some people, and it might come to the point where I would be willing to do something like that, but I need a healthy relationship with regular eating before I give up a food group. And I like cake, and I like bread. Speaking to a dietitian, like when I think about like my unhealthy relationship with food, it's like I used to eat an entire loaf of bread. Just the loaf. Just that's it. So we are like, all right, if you want to eat bread, let's build a sandwich with the bread. So sometimes it's like we got to start at the basics and then work our way up. So I'm not willing to give up food groups. I just want to have a healthy relationship with food before I start making some of those little bit drastic changes, because I just don't think it would be good. Cake is so good. Cake with a lot of frosting is my favorite. And then you see how many calories it is and something like that, and then you're like, no wonder I'm fat. But yeah, baby steps, and it really is baby steps. Like working with the dietitian, it's really like, all right, I was doing a lot. Like I was running a lot. I was an endurance athlete before I got pregnant, and then I feel like I was going to die when I was pregnant, and I got out of my routine. And it's really going back to like, all right, you're not going to do 10,000 steps a day overnight. So let's do 10,000 steps a day every Monday. So those like little steps. Or, hey, you might still eat a loaf of bread, but as long as you made one sandwich a day or a week, then that's a baby step. Like it's a step in the right direction. But I'm working on it. I would love to be down. My goal weight is 200 pounds, which is probably not other people's goal weight, but that's mine. If I could lose like 278 pounds, I would be unstoppable. I would be where I'd want to be. Running would be a lot easier. Running, sometimes I'm like, how did I run half marathons? And I was like, oh yeah, I was like 40 pounds lighter than I am right now. It was a lot easier back then. But I'm definitely done my face. I think it took, I counted 16, and then I did 4 more poses, so it took 20 strips to do my whole face. And here they are, if you're interested. These are all the strips that I just pulled off my face to get rid of my facial hair. If you guys have any questions about facial hair, weight loss, PCOS, feel free to put them down in the comments. There's still quite a few of you here. You're all just hanging out, which is fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Wait, I can shut off the wax. Did I shut off the wax? I also have here's my wax pot. This stick will stay in there if I don't take it out. I started today with 3 to 4 sticks actually stuck in this pot. And I had to wait for the wax to melt to actually take the sticks out. So we're doing better. Today was a better day. I took the stick out of the wax. I'm going to cover that. I'm hopefully going to either find the little metal insert that goes in my wax pot or buy a new one. So that way the next time I can maybe just use this wax instead of the steel wax. I'm also interested in knowing if you have a wax that you love, maybe a wax that you want me to try. And on a live, I can do that. Because this is what I found at Walmart. I did go to TJ Maxx this week to see if TJ Maxx had anything for facial hair removal stuff, and they did not. At least wax-wise. They had, like, exfoliators, like the little ones that, like, you can take all the little baby hairs off with. But that was about it. But if you have a wax that you want to try, or want to see me try, or are interested in seeing how it works, let me know. I think my whole house is sleeping. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it is 12:17, where I am. And I'm pretty sure my entire household went to bed. I hope my entire household went to bed. My husband might still be up. But my children should be in bed. My 15-month-old is upstairs in her crib, and I bet my 9-year-old is on the couch. I think she was falling asleep on the couch when I came in here. Ooh, I'm here like rubbing stuff on my face, but I need to actually put cream on my face since I just waxed. I would definitely have forgotten that if I did just think of it. This is like Gold Bond healing. Nothing crazy. I probably should get like a really good not exfoliator. That would be terrible after I wax. A really good moisturizer for a post-wax rub. But that's not what I have today. I put a lot of that on. I'm just going to rub it all over my whole face, I guess. I'm like, is that wax or is it hair? Grapeseed oil, is that what I should use to moisturize my skin after I wax? Is that what you're saying? That girl Jenny. I will have to look into that. Grapeseed oil. Would it be the grapeseed oil that I'd get like in the cooking oil? Do they have grapeseed oil? Cheap on Amazon. I'll have to look it up. I'm an Amazon girl. I will buy nearly anything I need on Amazon. Cheap. I'm your girl. I'm gonna see if I can pull this out. Is it hot? Don't do this at home. But for anybody who, it's hot. I'm trying to pull the wax out of the container. For anyone who has been wondering, this is the wax. It's been used. But this is the wax that I've been using. It's Barbero Grooming a hair removal hard wax steel by Wax Necessities. It's like the Bare Necessities, but just different. And I'm pretty sure this is probably like marketed to men, but if you're pink tax probably wasn't on this. This was probably cheaper than something that was pink. And y'all think it's duct tape half the time, which I think is funny. That's dirty. It's not dirty. It just was a spot. I used this earlier for something. So grapeseed oil, sugaring. What was the other thing? Laser. I got things to look up. Y'all have some good ideas. If there's anything else I should try. Powder. Do you know what kind of powder? Somebody else said powder. They said to look it up. And like on Google. Google it. Ooh. I need to I'm going to screenshot that. Because I don't know how to say that, but something light. I'll have to try that. That was me. My daughter is okay. I have so many things. Next time I'm coming in here with a pen and a piece of paper so I can write this stuff down so I can remember it. Because I feel like sometimes when I'm off this, I'm like, oh, let's just hop on and wax. And then I've forgotten all the things I need to try. But we'll see how long the hair is gone for. What's today? The 21st, November 21st. The next time I go live for hair removal, see how long it's been. Will it be 25 days? Will it be longer? Will it be shorter? I'm hoping it's longer. Since I've waxed 2 times in a row, I'm hoping that extends the amount of time that it takes to have the hair grow back. The more you wax, the less hair. That's definitely how I feel. And I feel like the one time I got my face professionally waxed, that's what the woman had said. She was like, since this is your first time, I'm going to get this layer of hair, this round of hair. And there might be like breakthrough hairs because of how hair growth is. And that over time, I would likely have to see her less or would be able to spread out how often I got my hair waxed. I think my entire household's sleeping, but the cat definitely is not sleeping. I can hear the cat in the kitchen playing with something. I'm assuming it's the cat. You guys have any further questions? PCOS, facial hair. I have already waxed my face, so if you're just joining now, the waxing is done. I did wax my face. I wish I could like pop up and say like, and this is what it looked like before. But there'll be a video. I think if you go to my page, one of the last videos was me talking about where my hair growth was and that I might be waxing this afternoon. And here we are. We're waxing. I like this little thing. I don't know if it's like the best use of after a wax, but it's feeling good. It's getting like all the hair in. This is, I got it at TJ Maxx, I think. It came with like a jade roller. I don't know if this is real jade, but it's a little weird shaped heart that I think is supposed to be used to, I don't know, if you use it all the time, is it change the shape of your face? I don't really know. But it just kind of is like massaging my jawbone right now. It feels really good. And I like to use it right here as well. It just feels good. Google it. I'm not an expert. But it definitely came with a jade roller. So I think you're supposed to just like use it all over your face. Does it help the lymphatic system or so? I don't really know. I'm not a professional. Don't ask me. Ask your daughter. All right, it is nearly 12:30 here. What time is it where you are? My face is a bit red. And in terms of my aftercare for waxing, if anybody is interested, I just put some lotion on. This family-sized Gold Bond. Nothing spectacular. I could probably go find something that is like specifically made for after waxing care. That is not what I have in my house right now. I'm using what I have. And so I did that. Tomorrow, I bet my face will not be as red as it is right now. This kind of like inflammation is just post-wax inflammation, and it will cool down and be just my normal skin. I do always tend to have just a red glow about my skin. Anyway, one time somebody was trying to color match me and they were like, you have red undertones. And I was like, yes, I definitely have red undertones. So some of the red, like this is particularly red. I feel like there's some splotchiness of red. I'll just kind of like simmer down. By tomorrow morning, it won't even be noticeable, I feel like, for me. If you happen to see any of the darker red spots, Those will probably clear up as well. The last time I was on a live, somebody asked if I got the little white spots, and I was like, I never got the white spots before. I did actually get the white spots, so in my opinion, don't know if this is true, but I pulled the hair off, and maybe like the thicker hair follicles that had come out caused like just a little bit of a reaction. So you get like these little white bumps in your hair follicles. Lasted maybe like a day. It didn't really bother me. I didn't really pick at them or do anything with them. I just kind of let them subside on their own. And then I just watch the hair grow. I see how my face is. I live my life. I might put more lotion on, but for the most part, I don't do anything crazy after a wax. I don't even do anything crazy during a wax, except for wax, which sometimes is crazy to people. But thank you all for joining today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be back probably in 3 weeks with another live. I do also do lives of like just dance and workout stuff, because a bulk of my channel is actually me running. So if you happen to go like look at my channel and be like, there's not a lot of facial hair stuff on here. Nope, there is not. There's a lot of running. I run a lot. I work out a lot. I am trying to lose weight, and that's what a bulk of my channel is. This is my gym, Duke's Fitness. Not my gym. This is the gym I go to. I do not own a gym. I mean, I think it'd be fun to work in a gym. Maybe just be at a gym all the time. You guys have any questions? Let me know down in... Leave a comment. Let me know. What do you want to know? Ask me some questions. I'm kind of just like waiting for my wax to cool down before I do anything crazy, before I put it away. Jessa and Judy and Trev and Vicky. I'm just going to start listing all the people who've come in. Welcome, welcome. I just finished waxing my face. It is done. I feel like there's still wax in certain spots, but I've moisturized. Be interesting to see what it looks like tomorrow. If you're interested, there'll probably be a video. I'm here like waiting for my wax to cool down, and I didn't even shut it off. So it's literally just warming up. Let me unplug it. Ooh. ET's unplugged. Welcome to the live, everyone. If you guys have any questions on facial hair, PCOS, running, weight loss, all of the good things, let me know down in the comments. I want to answer your questions. I want to talk to you. What do you got to say? What do you want to know? You can't be a co-host. All these people who are asking to be co-host. I think that'd be weird. Just a girl in her bathroom. You can't. Come on in. My entire family is currently sleeping. It is midnight here. It's actually 12:30. TGIF. If you would have told me 20 years ago when I found my first hair on my face, or my dad did and told me about it, if you would have told me that you would one day be in your bathroom, live, waxing your facial hair and talking about your facial hair, I would have told you you're crazy. Also be aware that YouTube and social media did not exist then. So I would have been like, you're telling me I would do what on the internet? No. Internet's just a scary place with chat rooms. So this is a far cry from where I was when I started my facial hair and PCOS journey. Let me tell you. But here we are, and I had fun. I waxed my face, and I enjoyed myself, and I got to chat with some people today, and I'm happy that you all gave me some suggestions that I'm going to go, and I'm going to research, and I'm going to see if I can get laser done, what fancy powders I need, and get some grapeseed oil to just rub all over my face to clear some stuff up. I'm going to go for a run. If you actually would have told me if I was running as well 20 years ago, I would have told you were also crazy. So, I'm not the girl I was when I was 16. Which is, thank God. Tips, tricks, questions, let me know. I will be back live a couple days from now, a couple weeks from now. The lives are a mixed bag. Sometimes it's facial hair related, sometimes it's running. I mean, we're coming into the holidays. I'll at least wax my face one more time before the holidays. I'm imagining I'd want a clean, waxed face by then. I don't think I'll get laser done before, but I might get all the fancy powders and oils by then. My eyebrow is crazy. Anyway, I guess I have nothing else to say. I'm getting tired. It's sleepy time. I should go to bed. I have nothing to do tomorrow. I'm going to clean my house tomorrow. My kid has cheer practice. Am I going to go to the gym? No, I'm not going to go to the gym tomorrow. I did go to the gym today. I went to the gym and I ran on the treadmill. I did 2 miles on the treadmill. And then I did a 40-minute workout. The 40-minute workout was rough. It was a 40-minute interval, 1-minute interval on probably like 20 seconds of break in between. And it was a 40-minute workout that I did with a friend of mine. We did weights. Some of it was weight, some of it wasn't, but oh, no. My knees are feeling it. My knees can tell that I did a lot of workouts today. All right, it's late. Thanks for joining me.